put your money up, yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Tell 'em, put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking. Stuck your money. Put your money up, yeah. They talk, they talk, they talk. Tell 'em, put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking.
Hey, welcome back, guys, to the Entrepreneur's Diary. I am your host, Lanaegray, and I'm so excited to be here today. Like, I truly love Thursdays, really love them, because I get to spend them with you guys. This has been an amazing journey so far, an amazing 3 months. Happy 3 months to us. Yay. I just want to say thank you guys so much for just all the love and support. I truly appreciate every yes that I get, every comment that I get, every like that I get. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you guys. With that being said, I'm super excited for today's show because today's guest, when I say entrepreneur, I mean entrepreneur. And wait till y'all see how he's dressed because I mean, all right, let's just get into it. Today's guest has built a career at the intersection of media, branding, and storytelling. As a producer, editor, brand strategist, and entrepreneur, he's worked behind the scenes helping bring major productions to life while also building his own personal brand and creative business. His journey is proof that success isn't just about being in front of the camera, it's also about creating opportunities behind it. Please help me welcome Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins. With my homie, Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins.
My homie, Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins. Turn up.
This artist is a recent college graduate who has performed at halftime at a Baltimore Ravens game and opened for Monica and Omarion. Here is Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins. Holla at me.
Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins! Okay, so you've been with this contestant. It's Chris Bivins. I'm allowed to say that now. So, Chris Bivins, what's it been like working with?
It's been real good. You know, he's a great kid, very energetic, has a great support cast. As far as his family goes and everything, they've really been supportive as far as his career and trying to help him get to where he needs to be.
So is Chris gonna win?
Yeah, I'm pulling for him.
Okay, all right.
I'm pulling for him.
Chris Bivins.
My man, Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins.
And shout out to Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins. Chris Bivins.
Chris Bivins.
Don't wake the little homie up.
Chris Bivins. Coming to you, B. He's been told by Nelly. He's getting ready to do his thing like a huge number. Make some noise for Chris Bivins!
Pick your spots, you know what I'm saying, as far as the breathing goes.
Yeah.
And always prepare to hit that note.
You have a superstar telling you what you need to do. This is amazing.
Took him out on the pier a little bit, made him perform for the city of Baltimore, dead smack right there.
Okay, listen, Chris.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot going on there.
I didn't even know that you had done all that I watched in that video.
Yeah, that was the beginning. That was the start of what you see here today, this man.
My God.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
First of all,
I appreciate it. This is long overdue. I'm so happy when I got the call when your people reached out, I was like, yeah, I got to do this. I love what you're doing. So let me, before we get to me, I just want to say thank you for doing this. I think that we need more champions in the community to bring people together and have these conversations, because these stories matter. Your story matters. My story, I believe, matters. I'm a little biased in saying that. Yeah. But, we need more vehicles for change. And that comes in these type of shows and conversations. And, thank you for doing this.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you
speaking
so
of thank yous, I also came with some flowers for you. So, I don't want to, there we go. My awkward toss here. But yeah, you gotta
Thank
give.
you,
I'm a
Chris.
big believer in giving people their flowers. While they're still here.
I love that.
So yeah, don't hurt yourself.
I'm trying to fit 'em.
You got
I
it.
think that's good.
There we go.
How
You
does that
good?
look? Look, how does that
Cool.
look?
It looks good to me. I'm biased though.
I love
Yeah, of
it.
course.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. And yes, you've been in the game for a long time. Let me give you your
Oh,
flowers,
thanks.
sir.
I
Like, first
appreciate
of
you.
all, I don't even think many people, well, I'm not going to say I don't think many people know, but as we just saw, you literally were an artist first.
I was.
So that just shows like what you do now, you've been there before. So
Yeah.
you know the ins and outs. So that's why you're able to help people so much and
Agreed.
do what you're doing now.
Yeah, it's a unique vantage point to have because and it's so funny because I tell this story quite often because people don't know where you come from, and I
Yeah.
have to do it so often because at one point in time I was the youngest person in the whole BT Paramount situation, coming in as a producer, and so I didn't have a beard, I didn't have the gray hair, I didn't have any of that type of stuff. I still look very youthful for my current age.
Yeah.
And so I've always been dealing with people that were older than me, that were well accomplished, that were the people that I idolized and wanted to be like. And so
Yeah.
I'm coming to rooms and spaces with this tenacity and this being an artist and all that type of stuff, and having really my dreams. I was very naive at that point, and I'm still naive to some points because I'm still pursuing my dream. People look at me and think that I'm successful, and I appreciate that. I really do. I think
Yeah.
success is very biased in regards to how you perceive it.
Yeah.
But I still don't feel like I'm there yet. I think I've done some cool things, and I'm very blessed and appreciate it. But there's still so much that I want to accomplish that even now that I'm working on,
Yeah.
that's still at the beginning stages of things. So the music for me was a passion. I wanted to be like Michael Jackson, and my counterparts growing up or doing music are like Chris Brown and Omarion, and like that's kind of the bracket of time and space where I was really pursuing. And I went to school for film. My parents were like, you gotta.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. My parents were like, you better. This singing and dancing stuff is cute, but you better have some type of like thing to fall back on.
Something. Yeah.
Because at that point in time, YouTube wasn't really a thing. I'm a millennial, so we were the guinea pigs for the incursion of social media, right? So everyone back in the day was really thinking, and it's crazy me saying back in the day, but everyone, before me,
Yeah.
there was a more traditional track record of how you would go about being in the entertainment industry and how that works. You needed agent, you needed management, you needed those things. But now with the the birth of social media, people are becoming stars and celebrities overnight.
Yes. That's so funny you bring up social media. Because I talk about this whole thing of how it is now, and how it was then. So
Yes, time has changed. It's a
different time.
and it's still. I mean, it's an ever-changing thing. With algorithms and all the stuff. I'm not the most tech savvy. I have a pretty good understanding.
Yeah.
I practice my own ministry, which is more or less the branding and content creation side of things. But it's an ever-changing thing. It has to, especially when it comes to ads and stuff like that. Because these companies need to get the bang for their buck as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have so many thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk about it because, like I said, this is a platform for learning,
Yeah.
and people need to hear these things
I
because
agree.
they're looking at social media
Mhm.
and just thinking it's,
Yeah,
kind of like that's
it's a
just
business
it.
now. I mean, you got user generated content. That's what they UGC. COVID was a catalyst for the change of social media.
I said this, Chris.
It was. I mean, but that's we'll look at history books and see just kind of like how all this really worked out. I mean, I could talk about this for days because it's something. One, I wrote a book on it, and two,
Okay.
I mean, so I mean that wasn't a flex. It just, but like it was. But I did it during COVID. So I wrote a book called "Don't Be a Broke Ass Influencer," and I felt like that was important to do because I was around so many people that are and they're quote unquote influencers and whatever that's supposed to mean. They ain't make no money. You got all these followers and you haven't figured out that you don't got a product. You're not doing affiliate links. You're not like, what are you doing? You're just looking cute or not. Like
Chris.
I don't want to sound like the old dude.
No, but say it because people need to hear that. They get caught up on, oh, this person has 1 million followers, but can
Do you
they
have $1
pack
million?
a show though?
You can, but it's so funny because I'm one of these people that I'm a hybrid, and what I mean by that, I understand what I present online. What I present online is more or less people don't really care about me. they care about the opportunities that I'm able to give. And I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at that. I get to make blah, blah, blah amount of dollars from doing what I do. You post a picture of me, you get 2 likes, you know, but if I post, hey, I got this casting, or hey, I got this opportunity, it goes crazy. But I get it though. I know that people don't necessarily want me. They want what my access is. And I'm okay with that because I know that I use that to my advantage in multiple ways, but I understand what comes from that allows me to fuel the things I want to do. It allows me to, you know, feed my kids. It allows me to, you know, put myself in better situations to do the things that I want to do to fulfill my dreams. So it's a, you know, it's a unique vantage point to be a part of, but everyone has to figure out, and that's what I get hired to do. I get hired to help people figure out where their brand is, what their brand can and can't do. Because there are things that your brand simply can't do. Right? McDonald's isn't selling shrimp. They're not. That's not a thing, right? You know, Starbucks isn't necessarily selling, you know, burgers. Like that's not the thing that they do. Yeah, because people want to come to you because they trust you. If I'm going to go to you, you do my nails. I'm not looking for you to do anything other than just be great at doing my nails. There's a safety space that comes in that. There's a lack of thinking that comes from those spaces where, you know, hey, I'm going to go here and I'm going to get exactly what I want every time. Your business needs to be like that. If not, you need to run a different business.
Hey, y'all better pick these gems up.
You know, and this is light stuff. Some of the stuff is like common sense isn't common. You know, something that my mom says quite often, but you know, experience, you gotta, and that's like, I mean, not to even get into the dating stuff, but like how do I say this? Because I don't want to get myself in trouble here.
I was gonna say, just say it.
Yeah.
But no,
because you know what's the thing though, is too, is like, yes, I'm media trained, you know, like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I try to be mindful of how I say things.
Exactly.
Because I also know that people's feelings, I might not give a fuck about your feelings. I might not care, but at the end of the day, what is it that I'm trying to gain? Do I want to have a partnership, a collaboration? Do I want to grow with you? Okay, then I need to be mindful of how you might feel about the way I converse with you. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's a strategy, that's a tactic, but it's also a level of like, I want to be a good person. And in order for me to be a good person, this is how I operate, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. But see, a lot of people don't think like that. Or they don't even know to think.
They don't know what
that.
to think sometimes. You don't know until you are put in the position to experience life. And, you know, we come from the DMV. And I also, fun fact, I never disinclude Baltimore and DC. I keep it all as one thing. I know that there's different culture in these spaces, but we got to stop the whole, the Baltimore's not DMV. That's so dumb to me. That just sounds like, it just sounds stupid. And I know I might get into some confused and conversations with this, but it's like, we got to come together locally. We got to.
Yeah.
We got to.
Nah, seriously. And that's why I love like that I even do me doing this show out here. I've had people say, because I'm not from Baltimore, but I've had people leave comments and I didn't even realize, they're like, you know, you kind of bridging the gap with the, and I'm like,
and you should.
I never even thought about that.
You have to. I mean, I was born in DC. I've lived most of my life in Baltimore, around Baltimore.
Okay.
You know, no, I don't have the accent or things like that. Not particularly, but I also try not to have an accent anywhere. I want to be able to blend and be in spaces. I'm still uniquely me. I'm never not gonna have this personality, but there's a level of, I see myself as the bridging the gap in a lot of spaces from a financial standpoint, a cultural standpoint. I don't have to have the Baltimore accent. I don't have to have a "what's up, Mo" type thing. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be that. That doesn't take away from how much effort and energy and financial support I've given to this community. That doesn't take away from those things that I've built here. You know, I've got kids here. Like I've got like this. I'm here, and I don't like the disconnect. But I also don't have to be. I can just be me, and I can just continue to create opportunities. And you love me, hate me, whatever. But I'm never changing. You know,
Yeah, I love that. And you're definitely creating a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. Like I see on your page all the time, you're always having some type of like, or posting about a casting
hmm
or this, or you're like, oh, if you want to do this, let me do this. You're
all
always
the
trying to
time.
help and, being involved. So I definitely want to dive into that.
hmm
Like, let's go back to your music journey
Yeah.
first. When did that start? And when did, I don't want to say stop because I feel like it never leaves,
Yeah, no, it definitely. I still got
but
songs that I still want to release, and like I still have
yeah,
the bug. It just has transitioned.
right. It's
It's
evolving.
evolving, right? I feel like. So let me give you some thoughts here, right?
Yeah.
The people that I view myself as in my head is Quincy Jones, Jamie Foxx, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
Um, really, because more or less Jamie and Childish Gambino, because Jamie specifically is super talented. He's a
Mm-hmm.
comedian, he's an actor, he's an athlete, singer songwriter. I mean, just like a multitude of things that he encompasses. He didn't do it all at once, though. And now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, he did sometimes incorporate certain aspects of each piece of his talent that God gave him, but he had his seasons, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm at right now. Is like, if you know
Different
me, you'll
season.
know that I have different attributes and
Mm-hmm.
gifts that God has given me. But I'm choosing which season I want to lean in on those places because I've got massive ADHD. I am super hyper. I'm manic. I'm like I've got a new idea every day that I want to do, and I got
Yeah.
to calm myself down, right? Because it's just like I don't I don't always have the systems and infrastructure to build some of these things as fast as I would like, right?
Yeah.
But what I will say though is the music side of stuff for me was I've always been like again a Michael Jackson fan. Like that's the biggest, greatest entertainer of all time. I don't care what anybody says, at least for
Yeah.
me. And it's okay if you don't view him as such, but that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
And so my mom was very much my grandfather, all very musically inclined people. So my mom did a lot of radio promotion for HUR, HFS. She worked with like Prince, Lionel Richie, Luther Vandross.
That's mom.
Yeah, she don't play. She's still doing it to this day. Shout out to my mama. But she
Period.
surrounded me with these amazing individuals that it was like osmosis. There's no way you weren't gonna pick that up. It's like when you go out in
Yeah.
the rain, you're gonna get wet. Like so. Like it was
Yeah.
raining. I was outside. I was all the great stuff, and so I caught that bug kind of early. And I was a breakdancer at one point in time. So
What?
yeah, that was a whole thing. I like the old movies like Break In and things like that. Like I got to watch, but I got to be a part of the whole B2K You Got Served wave.
Yeah.
So everybody's coming with dance crews, and I got to go to Korea for a little bit with a friend of mine.
Korea?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So I got to do some really great things early on because my parents gave me the ability to experience, back to the experience thing, to
Mm-hmm.
experience life, you know, at its fullest very early on. And so
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I had those opportunities because it's made me, you know, it's made me see things from different vantage points. It's made me, be more culturally aware. Like I have a
Yeah.
lot of Asian friends,
Understand.
so you go into the house, you take your shoes off, you should be doing that to begin with
I was gonna
anyways.
say you can't
So
walk in my house
making
with
sure I'm not
shoes.
showing anything here. My bad. Got my little belly button popping out. It's a new shirt, and it's always like whenever you get a new shirt, it's all weird. But anyways, but I wanted to, show up here today and look,
Yeah, man, you doing it.
thank you.
Love the color.
I
Like,
appreciate it. Yeah, this is
'cause blue is our thing. So
I'm a big like teal turquoise kind of guy. I think that color looks good on my skin. What's the gym tones is what they call it. But this is kind of like my color for the season because, and we'll get into it. But I've got a lot of projects that I'm building right now.
yeah,
I've got a live event thing that we're doing
yeah.
called Rebrand Rehab that's actually coming up
I was
this.
gonna ask you.
Well, depending on where this airs or what time it airs, it's coming up very soon, or it has happened.
Yeah.
But it's an ongoing thing, so it's called Rebrand Rehab, and I come from a space where in the TV world, people were getting laid off left and right.
Mm-hmm.
I won't name the names of the companies because I'll just say I know that they firsthand that people were getting laid off left and right,
Yeah.
and unfortunately for them, they didn't build their brands. I was
Mm.
very lucky to have a brand going into every situation because I did music. So I already
Okay.
had a level of marketing. I had the Google Knowledge panel. I was verified early on. I amassed a decent amount of following from understanding. Like I wanted people to see it. Like yes, at the time I was a broke ass influencer. I was definitely that
Yeah.
person because I wanted to be seen. I wanted the attention. I wanted the likes. But the likes and stuff don't equate necessarily to financial gain. right?
I'm sorry. Please say that part.
No, yeah, the likes
again.
don't equate to financial gain,
Okay.
especially if you're not doing it for that. I was doing it for attention, the girls, all the stuff. There's so much that I wouldn't say I did wrong because I'm so happy that I learned from it. And I'm
Yeah.
hard headed. I'm hard
At
headed
least
as a
you
mug.
know.
I know I am. It's so bad because even like not to keep it bring up dating and things like that. Because I'm in my spirit right now where it's like I want to find my person, my partner. It's heavy on my heart because I know the things that I've done wrong and I want to fix that. I'm not fix that, but like I want whoever my partner is going to be, I want them to get this version of me. Because right
Yeah.
now I'm like I've been in the gym, I've lost weight, like
That's
I'm
important.
I'm
Those different
feeling good,
versions.
looking good, in my mind, what I'm saying. I call myself medium ugly is what I'd be saying. Because like, God didn't bless me with height, but he did bless me with a fashion sense and charisma. So anyways, I'm in just a unique space right now in life where we're building. And so yeah, the rebrand rehab thing is super important because so many people didn't build their brands. And
Yeah.
if you didn't build a brand right now, you are missing hella money, you're missing opportunities because these people, they want you to have a following, and you don't even have to have a big following. You just have to have an audience that's interested, and you need to be able to transition that into other facets of life.
Yeah.
And then we're building a streaming platform, and I'm really excited about that because coming from I've been at Paramount BET for 11 plus some years,
Okay.
and I learned so much. But people don't understand that I'm not a traditional producer, right? And
Yeah.
what I mean by that is I've spent most of my career in ad sales. And what that means for me was I was working with, but for the most part at that time period, Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King, Nissan, Toyota, really the major Fortune 500 companies that really had the marketing dollars to advertise to African American, Black and brown people, but more specifically Black women, because what we found is when Black women champion a product or a cause, it goes viral. I mean, and it's undeniable. And so, there's strength and power in that. And so these brands want to connect to that audience. And, I've been very much a part of crafting those stories, understanding who should we cast, what talent should we use. And yes, I've been biased in certain things and aspects, but you should be, because you should pick people that can do the job. And it's okay. And I've also picked people that weren't easy to work with, but I knew that they were going to do what we needed them to do.
But that's the job. That's the industry.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I feel like when you get into this, you kind of have to understand that and know that, especially when it comes to casting and different, what you're looking for.
Yeah. And that's crazy. Like I never wanted to be like, it's so funny because at one point, my mom put us into like commercials and things like that on the other side of it. So it's always unique when I've been like, oh, I'm on the other side of understanding what I'm looking for, what they want. And sometimes it's not that you did anything bad. It's not that you're not good looking. It's none of that. It's just simply you don't fit what we had in our head.
Exactly.
However, sometimes we can be changed. But most of the time in my space, because for me though, what I want people to understand about me as a producer, my main producer role is I'm working with brands that already have an idea of what they want, and we just have to give them the audience, right? So I can only be but so creative, and I usually can only give 2 to 3 opportunities at a time. We're casting for maybe 1 or 2 spots. You're doing a quick toss, you're doing a hosting thing. I can't hire a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I'm very limited. And I will say though, I've definitely put a lot of people on locally, and I don't gotta say names. I don't gotta say names.
Know.
They know, I'll later one day I will do I was a part of this.
Yeah.
But I also like, I know that people view me in certain lights, and I'm aware of that. Like I'm self-aware. And so there's a level of cockiness that I do have. But I'm very mindful about when I display that because it gets misinterpreted, and I don't like being misinterpreted. That's why I try to speak articulately. Wow, do I? I thought I did. I don't right now. I speak clearly, and I try to articulate my ideas and concepts in an empathetic way. You see how I did all that?
Yeah.
That's practice.
I was going to say, that was like a tongue twister.
It was a lot going on. I was trying to prove a point, and God was like, you do what now? What is it that you do?
Right.
Articulation? You meant autism. Okay, all right. Got
it. That is funny. Okay. So you just said a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I hope you guys were listening, because he definitely just dropped some really good information. And you talked about working for BET Paramount for 11 years. How did you even get into, well, for the people at home.
Yeah.
How, if I'm trying to phrase it a certain way because I like to give advice.
Yeah. I know where you're going. I
Yeah.
can
I'm tongue
like, how'd you get into it?
Like, how did you get into it? But because I mean, we saw in the video, obviously
Yeah.
you've been doing things, but that's another level.
That needs
That's going
explanation,
from
though. Yeah.
music to this is producing
Yeah.
now. So
Well,
how do you get
there? Yeah.
to that point?
So my road and path was very unique because and I like explaining this to people because it doesn't happen for everyone like this,
Yeah.
right? So yes, I went to school for film, like I needed to do that, but that didn't give me. It was a part of it. It was definitely a key piece, a key ingredient into this Chris Bivins cake. But the fact that I went on this was doing music. Okay, this is how this worked. I was doing music. And because I was doing music, I wanted to film myself. I wanted to do music videos and stuff like that. I wanted to do that. And I've done a lot of music videos for people locally and all that type of stuff because that's also how I was making a couple dollars in college.
Yeah.
But I BET found me from doing my music videos. A gentleman by the name of Keith Lawson found me online. Who at one point in time, BET was founded in DC.
Yeah.
But they had a built-in office in DC, and so. Because I'm born in DC, a DMV native, it was a bit easier to be found because you're in the vicinity, right?
Yeah.
And so that was great for me, right? Had I been somewhere else, it might have been not as unique.
Yeah.
So they found me online because I was in school for film. I was producing my own content, which was great. So it all was working kind of hand in hand, not knowing that was going to be, these two pieces made this thing. Trust the process.
Yes.
And so they found me from my music videos online. And it was like, this is the time of like Jacob Lattimore and like Mario and Amarion. Like this is that kind of time period of time. And so, because when I went on the BET College tour, I was with Luke James. I was with Jenna Aiko's sister. I forgot her name. Y'all don't kill me. Mila J.
Okay.
Justina
that's
Sky.
sister?
Yeah, that's her sisters. Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Not a lot of people be knowing. They were. They were all in the whole B2K. Marcus Houston, Ty Dolla $ign time. Like that's a whole thing.
I remember her.
And Justine Sky. So like I was on that kind of space. I wasn't signed. They were signed to either majors or independent. All of my stuff was from my parents helping me and me making a couple of dollars to kind of hit these tour spots. So I got on the BET College tour. I filmed it. BET was like, we want to talk to you. And at first I was like, oh, did I do something wrong? Because I was vlogging. I was like, I don't know, was I not supposed to be doing this?
Yeah.
But they're like, no, we love what you're doing. We want to turn this into a show. So that's how that started off for me. So I got my first producer credit from filming the BET College tour. We did that. They were like, Chris, we love working with you, because you're a jack of all trades. You can do the music, you can edit, you can film it yourself. We don't have to have a crew for you.
That says a lot.
So
we're ready.
They gave me another show called The Flavor Zone, which was my first show that I fully produced and was sponsored by Coca-Cola. And so that was my first brand deal was Coca-Cola, which was insane to
That's
me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. His first brand deal was Coca-Cola.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
First. Okay.
Wild. It was a unique experience. I learned so much. I made a dumb amount of money and completely wasted all of it. Like as we all do. I was an idiot. I was an idiot. I'm like, if I just put that in a Bitcoin, I would have been up. I would have been, we would be doing this on a yacht right now. I would have been, it just,
you live and you learn.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to learn like that no more.
The entrepreneurs.
It's a real thing, but it's so funny. I had shout out to Dallas. My friend Dallas, he reached out to me at one point in time. Was like, Chris, you should put your money in this. I won't say what stock it was. He hit me back like a year later and was like, nigga, I told you. I was like, damn.
I want to get into that.
Oh, man. Yikes. Too funny. Dallas Bell, man. Love you, brother.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
We learn.
And all I can say is, you live and you learn, but you're where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, no, it's so funny because I've gone through, heartache and turmoil and just in all aspects of life. Not just just the whole thing. But I'm so happy that I went through it because, again, I'm hard-headed, but going through it allowed me to see, I didn't need to be there. God does remove situations that are not meant for you at that time. And like I've never been married, you know,
Mhm.
and so I feel like
You ain't like no. I was
what what's
about
up?
to
What's
say
what
you ain't missing nothing.
no,
But no, let me not
yikes,
say that because I
yikes.
love and love marriage. So sorry.
Yeah, no, I just it's I'm happy that I haven't been because and I appreciate to any woman that I've interacted in a romantic way. You know, I appreciate all the things that they've taught me
Yeah.
because those now some of them ain't shit, but yeah, but I ain't naming names, but you know,
Name 'em.
you
Sorry,
know
nah,
who
I'm
you
kidding.
are. I don't what if I want to look directly at the camera. Which one am I
This
looking at?
one.
This one, yeah, you know who you is. You know who exactly who you is, but it's all good. I'll leave that
Y'all-
there. You
y'all about to
raggedy
say
bitch.
yes.
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. There's kids in here. I apologize. I didn't mean that fully.
It's okay.
But I say that to say
We all
though,
have those.
yeah, man, it's like the it was a Rascal Flatts song where it's like every star led me to whoever that person's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm so happy that I've learned because relationships are like mirrors.
Yeah.
You know, you'll learn, you know, what you're insecure
About
about.
yourself.
You'll learn a lot about
Yes.
yourself and like, oh, I learned a
don't
lot of
like
like,
that.
I don't like this. I don't like this about me, and I don't like that I can't handle this. But I also don't
Yeah.
like that you keep putting me in this situation and I gotta
Right.
deal with shit that I don't want to handle. So you know what? I can do bad all by
By
myself.
myself.
So I think it'd be good if and I'm definitely not trying to do bad where I gotta pay for your life because that's the thing that I've learned with, and I'm learning where I should and shouldn't go because I'm definitely a fixer.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like if I find a lady that you know I got you, I got you, and that's just my nature.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, makes sense.
Does that make sense? I don't know. That's
For
not
me,
the
because I'm
birthday
a
racism.
Gemini.
Okay, yikes.
So-
I've heard things. Yeah, I've heard stuff, but I've also like had
So
great
I'm not
times.
I was about to say I've
know.
been told that I'm not a true Gemini, but no, you know, Aquarius and Gemini, we think alike.
I've been
That's
told
why
that.
when you said like fixer, that's what we do.
I be fixing, but that's my problem is I do that in a lot of aspects of my life. It's like we're on a production, like I can do this, but
Yeah.
I'm taking on other people's burden that I don't need to be doing. Why am I doing this? This is not my job.
Yes.
You should be doing this. You should be driving and doing stuff. It's your self-esteem.
Yes.
What's your esteem of yourself got to do with me?
Yes.
You know, I love that Cat Williams, I think, said that. But it's like, man, so me trying to fix somebody those days are done. I will solve
I
problems.
said this.
You got 2 problems a month, maybe, you know.
Don't
that might
come
be
to
too
me
much
broke.
still, but like, yeah,
Don't come to me broken.
because I can't even. That's the thing too. Is like I'm very happy and blessed, and I'm not. There's not a flex, but I be outside. Like I'll be at like red carpets.
Yes.
I'm at any cool event that there is. I'm invited. I got an invitation and a +1. So you know what we talking about? What we doing? I'm there. They want me there. So
sure.
I need my person to if you can't afford the atmosphere, which is fine, and that's cool because I'm asking you to be in my world. That's okay. That part I got, and that's cool. That's cool. But at least don't take from it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be up in here like deflating the air balloon. Wait, just chill, sit. You ain't even got to say shit if you don't want to. You're good.
Yeah.
So sorry.
But it takes a lot. No, it's fine because with us being creatives and even entrepreneurs, you know, our partner matters.
It does.
So, you know, who's around you can make or break. Especially with us, we have to, and I always talk about mental health on here and self-care. Yeah. We have to have such a clear mind to be able to create and just deal with other people. We're constantly around so many different energies, people. This. If I'm at home going crazy, how can I go out into the world?
You can't. It's dangerous. It's actually, see, here's a couple things here, right? I love that we're talking about the mental health aspect of it.
Yeah.
I have to be as my, like, if you were my partner, as your man, I have to be in the right mental space because I gotta, as a man, and I'm a traditional man. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or whatever. I'm a Christian traditional man. So I'm gonna put that in there. That should answer a lot of questions off the bat. Next step. Yeah. As a man, you should be able to lead. I can't lead you if my focus is like off. It's dangerous for us. I can't solve problems. I can't protect us. I need to be in the right state of mind. And so I need my partner, especially me, the way I interact. You don't got to do shit. You really don't got to do nothing. Now, I'm not saying I want that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is because I'm operating at this high level, you can't hinder this. We can't have this lifestyle if you hinder this.
Yeah.
We can't do these things. So you are either going to have to support it
Yeah.
or just be like, hey, let me rest your head so that you can just chill. Get out the way. Don't be a hurdle. How are you gonna put up hurdles when I'm supposed to run this fucking 3 mile? What are we doing? You adding extra shit I gotta hop over. That don't make no sense.
I don't got time to worry about you.
No, give me water. Give me whatever. Have a car ready to pick me up. Like, do something. You just putting roadblocks for no damn reason. It don't make sense. I sound bitter, but it's like I just got through something. And I'm like,
tell it. Look, this is the diary.
Yeah, man.
We're here for it. We want to learn.
Yeah,
because this is important. We don't talk about relationships much here, so I love this because it matters.
It does. It matters so much. It matters so much.
Your people matter.
Or just being single. But that's what. But you see, there's two sides to it. Being single, though, you also have to be single and safe. And I'm not just talking from like
get reckless.
You could get reckless, and now you are dealing with more drama and more headaches because you're spreading your seed multiple places. Yeah, you're doing a whole lot.
Yes.
And so now I had to work on that too. I had to work on both. I had to work on being a good partner. That's a whole different version of me. And then I had to work on when I'm not with somebody, what does that look like? Because for me, and this is not a flex, I am a decent looking man, and I'm not looking for a compliment, but I'm saying like I know what I look like, I know how I interact, I know how I dress, I know how all the things. So outside likes me. She said, so I heard in the background said I'm cute. Thank you, production. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. All right. See, that's what's gonna get my ass in trouble. See, that's my point. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of cute a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Medium ugly. So that gets me in situations because I'm likable, and it's not hard to talk to me. I could talk to you about my depth is pretty deep. I could talk about some science. I could talk about some religion. I could talk about some history. I can talk about a lot of shit that allows me to be in I can speak a little Korean. I know how to say, like I can say some shit in different places, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody. I said hello in Korean, so nobody say nothing crazy. But you know, I can adapt to a lot of situations that allows me to
be in the room that you're in and do what you're doing. Yes, sir.
So the access gets you into a lot of trouble sometimes if you don't navigate that with discernment.
That's why you have to have discipline.
Only in America.
Yeah. But no, we're gonna go into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I have a game for you.
Oh, games.
Nothing too serious.
Hey, I'm here for it.
Let's roll the clip.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Hollywood Tim.
It's your girl T Stacks, and we are the new hosts of Bmorepod Exclusive.
We're going to be a VIP host for all your VIP guests, giving VIP experiences.
Make sure y'all stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Be on the lookout.
Lock in.
Bmorepod is more than just a podcast. Bmorepod Studios is an entire network.
We gonna have Michael Jackson back alive for GTA 6.
And speaking, let me just hop on the chat real quick. I see we got something that say Big Dana, not the little one. Hey sis, who that? So I got a game today. That's kind of like let me. I think I wrote a title for the thing last week. I had a title. This is what I got. Okay, this is quite easy. It's called Finish the Line, 85 to 95 edition. All of y'all were alive during those years, weren't you? Between 85 and 95. Except for Dana. Everybody else.
Bmorepod Studios. Subscribe today.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching Bmorepod this far. Please continue to follow us on all social media platforms at Bmorepod Studios and follow the Entrepreneur's Diary show on Instagram. Continue to like, follow, and subscribe. Oh, before we go further, I got a shout out. So my brands, my hat, this is Think About It by Kai Fair. Thanks, Kai. And my shirt is from Community Love Hub. You should actually check them out. They're at the harbor.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. One of the biggest stores out there, Black owned.
I love that.
I love the story. Like, just go in. As soon as you go in, they're going to tell you the story.
Let's set it up.
It's two guys. Well, I'm sorry, three. but they're super dope. Each one of them has a different story, but they all come together and it's Community Love Hub. So shout out to y'all.
No dope.
So, all right, Chris, you've been dropping a lot of gems, and we're going to get right back into that. Even with this game, because it's a game, yes, but you can still, kind of elaborate on what you're saying. And it goes with what you do.
No, you get up.
Okay. So, this is like a either or.
Okay.
So, producer or entrepreneur?
Oh, okay. I'm going to say entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say you could be a producer still as an entrepreneur
Yeah,
for
you
your
could.
own.
You
shit.
could. The entrepreneur side though, I enjoy because it allows you to do multiple things.
Yeah.
And it is definitely a journey. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Building a personal brand or building a company?
I like building a personal brand more because I feel like you really get to. It's harder, in my opinion. I think building a company, you go in knowing this company does this thing. It solves a problem. But with people, it's like a little harder because you're a little bit more complex. Can you be funny?
Yeah.
Or do you have to be serious? Like a pastor, how do you brand a pastor? What does that look like? Like a Jamal Bryant, like that's a different type of pastor. And I know people get different opinions on a lot of these people. But anyways, personal branding, I think, is a little bit more fun because it's more intricate.
Yeah. Okay. YouTube or Instagram?
For me, it's Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. It's Instagram.
Go into that. I want to know.
Instagram has been like my lifeblood. YouTube, YouTube was great for the onset of my career with the music videos and things like that because Instagram, we got to keep in mind of the timeline of things. Like Instagram didn't have video. That wasn't a thing.
Yes.
It didn't exist.
Stories, none of that.
None of that.
I've been trying to tell people, I'm like, do y'all remember when Instagram didn't even let you post like
none of that
long stuff, slides?
There wasn't comments at one point in time.
Oh,
there wasn't DMs at one point in time.
It wasn't DMs.
There was a whole situation, right?
When?
Well, actually, comments. Maybe comments wasn't a big thing.
Like,
it was definitely not no DMs. DMs wasn't a thing.
It wasn't DMs.
And then there was like you could also see people's what they were like. It was a whole like Instagram. The dynamic of it changed. It evolved, and so that. Because Instagram for me has always been my calling card. It's like, especially as soon as the brother got that blue check, I was outside, because you could pull up the blue check, whatever. The Instagram and the Google Knowledge Panel, those things have done wonders for my life.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just shows legitimacy.
Yeah.
A lot of those things you couldn't just get. You had to like do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Going viral or building loyal supporters?
Building loyal supporters is so much more important.
Okay.
Because you can have viral moments when people support you.
There you go.
Virality is like anybody and everybody just saw something and that didn't mean that was your direct audience. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
I see people go viral all the time and they ain't doing nothing.
Yes.
That was it. They didn't have no website, they didn't have no merch. And then now they have to keep doing this gimmicky thing that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name them names, but yeah, I've seen that too often. There's a few. There's some few.
There's a few.
Holla at me. I'll help y'all fix that though. But anyways.
Yeah, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Please.
All right. Creative freedom or financial security? That's hard.
That one's so hard because I'm going through that right now. I when I was at Paramount at the beginning, I felt like I got to be creative within some of the stuff that I was doing, but this is this corporate world. You answer to a different monster, and it's like you gotta do what was asked of you within reason, because I ain't never done nothing crazy. No wild, not me. I ain't nothing happened to me. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm good. Everything, I'm cool. Everything, I'm all right. Don't let the earrings fool y'all. Nothing happened to me. Someone ain't gonna make it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boy, Damien. So what I'm getting at them more or less is I think the financial part of it is because when you're financially stable, you can be creative because you have the backing to support your creativity.
Yeah.
So yeah, the financial.
Okay, 2 more. Leading a team or working solo?
Yeah, that's always different because I think that you can't lead a team until you've discovered who you are on your solo journey.
Say that again.
You can't lead a team until you discovered who you are. You got to know who you are, and I've had to deal with that a lot. I came into going into BET more specifically early in my early 20s. just getting out of college, getting into my first little level of real independence, a bag, had my first child. I was in a unique space where like I needed to find myself. I had a lot of experiences. And again, thanks to my parents that let me get some really great experience earlier on so that I could really find myself, because that's what happens to so many people. They, especially like the child stars, they get lost in the sauce. You got access to the money, the drugs, all the stuff, whatever, and you lose yourself. And then you have to, refine yourself later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
I've always kind of had some really good balance in finding myself. And because I have that, I'm able to lead teams at a really high level, because also, I was a musician. So I know I can relate to the whole influencer thing. I can relate to like what you all want. I know how you want to be filmed. I know when I'm shooting, hey, what's your good side? Or do you don't know what your good side is? Let's figure that out, because how you like all that stuff. So I have this just unique gift that once I found me, I could really lead teams. And I still to this day, I think I'm a great leader.
Yeah. Okay.
But I also know how to listen. I know how to be a follower as well. I know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Legacy or luxury?
I mean, that's not a hard one. Legacy for sure. Luxury is unneeded. Legacy is you need to, if you especially have children and things like that, you gotta leave something for these babies.
Yes.
And that's what I'm working on now. Like that's why I'm building up things that if they want it, they can have it. If not, send it off to someone else that does and put it into whatever you want to do.
Listen, I tell my kids this all the time. Like, if you don't want what I'm building, don't give it away. Hire somebody else
that wants it
to run it, but it's still yours. Yeah. I don't care. Like, it's still yours. Okay. Well, Chris, we're getting close to the end.
This has been such a great conversation.
I know,
I don't want it to stop. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
For sure.
Something like that.
I appreciate you, though. Thank you for coming and then just being transparent. Like, you've had a long career. Like, you've done so much. And I always say, the fact that you are still doing it, that says a lot. That's consistency. That's that stick-to-itiveness. That's that determination. All the things. And, that's hard.
I'm hungry. Literally. I mean, it's not that I'm like, when my hunger is not in a place where I'm greedy.
Yeah.
It's like playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
I've leveled up. Now there's a new level. And so I've had these skill sets, these things that I got, but now I'm fighting these different bosses that I got to do, use all these techniques and whatnot. So, for me, and I feel like it's so funny because I don't think we talked about too much. Like there's so much more that I could talk to you about again, the depth and stuff like that. But like, I'd love to come back and maybe whatever.
We're gonna have a part 2.
Yeah. I think that's needed sometimes. Because I'm sure when people see this, there's going to be some questions.
Well, what else?
What about this?
And look, you gotta follow him too to figure out something.
Please.
But no, for sure. I do have a few more questions.
Yeah, I'm here.
That I like to close with. So if you could go back to, let's say, how old were you when you started singing?
When I started singing, I mean, high school
like
time.
Really taking it serious. High school?
Yeah, I took it. Okay, I was a dancer first, but it kind of went hand in hand. I wanted to be in the entertainment space. So freshman year of college for sure. So we're gonna say like 18, 19, I really like blossomed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's say this. If you could go back and talk to teenage Chris, what would you tell him now?
I wouldn't tell him anything. I wouldn't want to tell myself anything because I wouldn't want to change anything. I think that's the thing about going back and talking to yourself is like I wouldn't be me if I knew that it was going to be okay. I don't know if tomorrow's going to be okay. Right? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me because I don't want to know. And I'm so happy because there were so many times, even like with women, it was like, I thought this was my dream girl, whatever. And then when 3 months go by, I'm like, damn, I'm so happy I'm not with that because I got this now or whatever. And not just that, but I mean, just anything, just even like work experience or jobs or like, because I've worked on so many projects and with so many people that sometimes I'm like, oh, is this the one? Nope. This was cool. But this is coming tomorrow. We got to shoot this. We got to what? I got to meet blah, blah, blah. Like I very much, I don't want to talk to myself.
Yeah.
I want to, if anything, I'd talk to somebody else. I'd like to talk to like, my grandma or something like that. I'd like to talk to somebody that I can't talk to no more. But talking to me, nigga, you better be doing this shit. My inner child's like, you better work your ass off because we got shit to do that I wanted to be. And you better, if there's a needle to get superpowers, you better take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the first in line. You tell me I can fly, I'm doing it.
I love it. And last question. If The Entrepreneur's Diary was a real book and this point in your life was a chapter, this season, what would it be called?
This season is my get back.
So get back. Okay.
This is my get back season.
So you're the first person to not think about it. Every time I ask somebody that question, they be like really zoned out. You like really hit that.
I know who I am. I know where I'm at. That's the thing. That's the thing about it
That's different.
And I appreciate that. That's a compliment. But that's the thing. I'm aware of myself. I'm aware of myself. I'm aware of the people that I work with. But this is my get back because I've already put so much time and energy in building up who I am that now I'm in a space where it's like, okay, now I'm really gonna focus on not just the projects for other people, but like build my own stuff that I can really, flourish with. So this is my get back right now.
I'm right there with you.
Blood.
I got you. Yeah. I love that. I love it. Get back season.
All that.
All right, well, Chris, again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Please look at this camera right here and tell the people where they can find you. Shout out whatever you have coming up.
All the stuff.
And I say leave us with a good word. You dropped so many gems, but you can leave us with
I got some words for you. Yeah, I think so what's up, y'all? It's Chris Bivins. I'm so happy to be here on the Entrepreneur's Diary, brought to you by Bmorepod. This has been a great experience. If you want to connect with me, I'm Chris Bivins on all social media. That's B as in boy, I, B as in Victor, INS. My last closing words, I guess, is this is a quote that I really love that I've been really hyper fixating on is anything times 0 is 0. And I know that's not necessarily the most positive thing to end on, but if you think about it, it might change your life. I've put so much time and energy into zeroness that it amounts to nothing. So if you have $1 million, you put it into 0, it gives you nothing. If you got all your heart and your love and all that type of stuff into nothingness, you don't get anything from it. And so I want people to just focus on where you're putting your energy. And that's what I'll leave y'all with.
Love it. All right. Well, you definitely have to come back.
I'm done.
We got to talk about more stuff. I
There's
feel
so
like
much
it's so much we done.
There's a lot we can talk about, yeah.
We're going to come back.
You got a whole list of questions that I don't think we even got to.
I don't think I asked any questions that I had other than the games. That's it. So, no, that's how you know this was definitely a great show. And thank you so much for all the gems you dropped.
No, for sure.
Like I said, this is for learning. It's for the people,
this is great. Let's do it again. Yep. Make
sure y'all pick this up. But no, thank you so much, guys, again, for tuning in. This has been another episode of The Entrepreneur's Diary. I'm going to leave y'all with what I always leave you guys with. Trust your journey. No matter what you're going through in life, good or bad, trust that it's for your greater good. Even if it's bad, it may hurt, but it will all make sense later on. And if you are sitting at home, I don't know if you're in the car, you're at work, and you are contemplating doing something, this is your sign to jump. I mean, if it's starting a new career, going after a dream, do it now. You only live once. Do what you love what you do. I love y'all. See y'all again next Thursday.
They talk. Put your money up, yeah. They talk. Tell them, put your money up. Let them talk, then let them keep talking. Stack your money up and keep on moving, yeah. They talk. Tell them, put your money up.